Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear this Friday morning. We got a great show lined up, some seafood to give away, some good video, and also our fishing forecast. So let's get started with our weather, brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High today, 89, low 73, but check this out. Water temperature, 88.9, so right at 89 degrees. It's almost 90 degrees of water temperature. That's really warm. Take a look at our river readings. The Apalachicola Bluntstown, there's a 5.7, and it's steady, as we talked about yesterday. It's been steady all week long, going on in the weekend. Just be a steady flow, nothing extreme on either end. The Choctaw at Caryville, it's peaking on up now. It's getting on up there. It's at almost 8 foot, 7.6, and it's going to start dropping probably by Sunday. So today and tomorrow it's going to be okay. Then it's going to start dropping out Sunday. Looks like Sunday morning. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We're looking at a high tide at 8:35 this morning and a low tide at 6:55 tonight. Now our marine forecast is coming out of the east about 8 miles an hour. Okay, that takes care of about a 60% chance of rain. That takes care of our weather. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I always like to start with some good pictures. We get a lot of these from our viewers. They're all about 97% of these pictures are always local. And here's one right here from my buddy Mark Register. That's Jerry Register. Mark, he cruises timber. Check this out. This was 15 foot up in a tree. I wonder how many times I walked past him or something like this. And you never think about looking up in a tree for a snake. That's right there in the pine trees. It's in the shadows. It looks like, Mark said it's around about 4 foot long, and you know, climbing that tree. You just don't see a lot of that, or maybe we don't look up there looking for snakes, but you stay in the woods long enough, that's going to happen. Here goes from our real Tuesday night shootout. They have it up at Deer Point Lake, a High Point Landing, and here's the winner this past week, Justin Hagler and Junior Hagler. They got 8.2 pounds, won $200. Good picture there. Buck Henry does that if you want to check with Buck. And that Tuesday night, that's a good way if you're interested in maybe fishing and getting started in tournaments. You know, that's how Drew Benton started. I used to see him up there at High Point Land on Tuesday night, just having a ball. So if you think about it, if you want to do that, it's a lot of fun to do and it's enjoyable. The big fish was a 4.1 pounder by Justin. Okay, I just ran across this. I thought it was funny. Stop moving to Florida. We full. And that's a joke because there's no way to stem that tide. People love it down here, and we just got to make room for them and get a roads that wide enough to get people through. And even then it's going to fill up. Stephanie Marshall Hobbs, good folks over the Hobbs family down there, down in the Cove. They had a Gotta Believe boat, and they just had this. She was thanking Will Owen, a jet boat pilot, for putting look at the sea decking on this. Okay, this is Watson's Landing Marina. But look at it. Ironically, I told her I was going to say something about sea deck this week because I asked if I could show this on the show. They just had their boat done. Really nice job with Will Owen and that crew over there. Look at there. Isn't that beautiful? The same color I have on my boat. And ironically, I was telling her, I texted her and all, I wanted to say something about sea deck because we went scalloping last week and we got home and I cleaned it up and all, and it just cleans up so well. I want to mention on the show all week, and ironically she posted this on Facebook last night, so I get two birds in one shot. I'm showing what they got on their boat and telling you how much I enjoy my sea deck on my boat. I won't never have another boat that I fish with steady without a sea deck on it. It's so comfortable. It's just really, really nice. I would urge you to check it out. You don't have to do the whole boat. Just do some areas where you're going to fish in and be standing in. It's just comfortable and easy to clean. So check out Will Owen. That's good stuff. Kenny French sent this. Had a Lake Wimico, my good friend Fred Bryant, living a dream. Kenny French, and I'll show you. People want to see that panther picture once again. I know the tail is short and we got to verify this as far as everything, but you know, the tail could have been cut off in a trap or something, who knows? But that sure looks like a panther to me. Here's our buddy, Fred Bryan on Lake Wimmenco. I hadn't seen him in many years. Still, I'm glad to see you fishing, Fred. Nice bass right there. Okay. Coach, I hope all is well. Just want to show you these pics of me and my 5-year-old daughter, Kaylee Rogers. She caught on a brim buster fishing Deer Point Lake with me. She is completely hooked on fishing now, and I can't go without her. Have a great day. Chris Rogers, Moser High, class of '98. Is that not a classic picture? Chris, I appreciate you sending that to us and all, and I really appreciate you taking your daughter fishing. Check out the other picture now. Is that not great? I got her hooked on fishing. That's great. Chris was in one of my early outdoor ed classes there, so good job there, and thank you for sharing that. All you got to do is go up to the lake and get a kid fishing. Also want to mention, if you have announcements or anything about the outdoors and you want to let people know about it, anything going on outdoors, send it to me, email it, call me, text me, whatever. I will be glad to announce it on Panhandle Outdoors. Believe it or not, we have a very, very big viewing audience, and I'm very appreciative of it. So if you're doing something outdoors, it could be some kind of festival, some kind of tournament, some kind of fundraiser, let me know and I'll let our folks know, and we'll try to help it out. Because when everything's said and done, we're all in this together, and we all should be helping each other. It's not a competitive thing. It's where we're all trying to help each other out to enjoy the outdoors and get more people in it. So keep that in mind. Also, talked to Travis Bashford last night. Travis will be coming on next week, and I got a little chuckle because I was asking about how scalloping going as far as the law enforcement people. He laughed. He said, well, now Travis does not do Gulf County. He doesn't have that jurisdiction, but they're all in contact with each other on a regular basis. He said, well, they're getting about 2 or 3 cases every morning or every day, and we laughed about it, and I just shake my head. How does that happen? And he's under the impression, and it makes a lot of sense. A lot of times these people come in from out of town. There's 2 kind of people doing it. It's some locals who are going to have done it their whole life, and they're going to still try to do it. They're just addicted to over harvesting, and they're going to keep trying to hide them under the boat, doing this and doing that on a regular basis until they get busted. But most of them are out-of-town people coming in, and they don't realize that 2 gallons of scallop, in a 5-gallon bucket is about that much, and you get 4 gallons about that much. And they just keep getting it. They think, I drive all the way down here, all the way up here. I'm going to go and get as many scallops as I can. So they start putting them in there, and they're just overflowing. If you really want to max out, the best way to do it, to max out and do it legally, is go and clean them on the boat, because you're going to get more scallops in a pint. You're going to get to clean a lot more, especially those big old shells will fill up that bucket pretty fast. So if that's what you want to do, max out, clean them on the boat if you have time, and do it that. You get a few more, about a handful more doing it that way. So anyway, be aware of that. And if you see someone over harvesting, call the FWC and help them bust them, because what they're doing, they're stealing scallops from us that we could get tomorrow. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to set up the video for the scalloping trip we took last week. But first, don't forget the weigh-in tomorrow afternoon for both places, Mexico Beach and down at Watson Landing, and the registration at Watson Landing for the trout tournament from 4 to 6 tonight. Let's go and do our drawing for Tarpon Dock, because we're going to come back and do our fishing report, get right on into it. So the winner of the big, $20 gift certificate to be first. That's going to be Corey Godwin from Defuniak Springs, and the winner of the big red snapper from Tarpon Dock Seafood. I'm talking about some good fresh seafood down there, good folks. And that winner is going to be Sherwin Prowse. I've been showing Sherwin's picture all week on those fish down at Howard Creek and all. Sherwin, now you get a red snapper to go with all those brim you caught the other day at Howard Creek and all those scallop. You have a seafood buffet. All right, good job there. Now, to set up our video, we have this was last week ago today. Gail and I went down there and opening day of scallop season. I didn't get a lot of video because, to be honest with you, I just jumped in the water and just started going. And Gail got in the water, and she, the 2 of us had a ball. We've enjoyed that since our early mare days, and so we had a good time. So we didn't get a lot of video, but we did get a little bit of video. So we're going to show you this video, and we're going to come back to our famous Friday fishing report. So Jeff, let's go ahead and roll this. folks, we just put in here Presnell, headed out the channel. You see the campground behind us back here. We're going to, we're getting off to a late start. When you got to do a TV show in the morning, and by the time you get home, get the boat hooked up and yeah, and all that stuff, I'm a little bit later than I want to be. It's right now 10 o'clock. I should be half full by now. But anyway, we're looking forward to it. We're going to head out towards Black's Island, first place. Where's Scallop? All right, folks, we just pulled back out. It's a little crowded, and we have got, here we go. Let me just look in here. We've got our lemon and scallop, 4 gallons of scallop. Great morning. Great morning. We did about an hour and a half.
That's the kind of only concern.
Now, how'd you guys do? Y'all did good?
Real well. Real well. Can't complain one bit. It's beautiful.
You have fun?
It was awesome.
So we're making a comeback down here, aren't we?
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Getting better every year.
All right. Now, that's a nice scalloping boat.
First year scalloping on it.
First year scalloping. Okay. I got a boat here from Alabama. We didn't get a lot of footage of us actually doing it, but we stayed out about an hour. I'm gonna come back down here to the boat ramp. I saw the FWC guys in. I want to see if they're still here. I'd like to talk to them. All right, they were over here. I guess they've already gone. I was going to talk to them. They're out there in the channel checking people. They came here a while ago. I was going to talk to them. All right. Okay, we didn't get a lot of video because I just jumped in the water and started scalloping. I didn't bring my camera or anything, so what we got, let's go over a couple of things now. Make sure when you come down, you got your diving flags. You want to have your bag to put the scallops in. Of course, your mask and snorkel. Try all that stuff out. But the great news this year, folks, the scallops are back. I got a limit of scallops right there. You can't see all of them, but that's our 4-gallon limit. We went to one spot. I went out pressing houses and went to one spot, put the anchor down, and I didn't move from that one. The boat stayed in that one spot, and I just circled around it. And Gail and I got our limit within a matter of maybe an hour, hour and a half. It's real steady. On a scale of 1 to 10 this year, scallops to me look like about an 8, and some spots they were 9. So it was a good solid 8 on a scallop report. We're going to wrap it up. We'll have more video next time. Maybe I'll have more time. We had a storm up here getting close to us. I really jumped in here in the water. I got here late because I had to do the show this morning. We didn't get in the water until after 10 o'clock, and we got out a little bit before 12. So it's been an excellent morning. I want to encourage you to, and a lot of people waiting. I encourage you to get out here, come down to St. Joe Bay, really put it here in Presnell. I mean, they're right out from Presnell. You put in at a city ramp, you got to come across sometimes a rough bay. So I always recommend this spot right here. They get you in and out real fast, and good folks. And we're going to wrap it up. It's a wrap for Panhandle Outdoors. Welcome back. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. We had a great time, and you can see we got a mess of scallops. We had those Sunday for dinner. Had the family over, and it's good to have a Sunday dinner with scallops. Let's move on now. Fishing Game Time brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers from only one time, right in the middle of the day, 11:28, okay, to 1:28, right there. Good times right there. Now, on a fishing report, I want to go ahead on Monday's show. We'll have the video on the Buckmaster trip we took last Saturday and spent the day up there, and I got plenty of video on that. Some good interviews, and I'll show you some of those tree stands I was talking about. All kind of good stuff on Monday's show. So already looking forward to next weekend. Next week, because I bet this weekend you're going to be so excited about it, you're going to tell everybody. Let's start off on our famous Friday fishing report. I wrote down Choctawhatchee Bay. They're catching a lot of kings over there right off the beach and at Choctawhatchee, outside Choctawhatchee Bay. Really good king fishing. Also the blackfin tuna. They've been catching a lot of blackfin tuna pretty near shore. So it's been good near shore fishing there. The trout over there, they're catching a trout all up in here. Now, I put in around Freeport, all these docks and all, let's see, up in LaGrange Bayou and all these, up in the creek and all through here, all this dock fishing around Freeport is excellent. But what they're doing all throughout Choctawhatchee Bay, the best bait is live shrimp on a popping cork. So keep that in mind if you want to do some serious fishing over there in Choctawhatchee Bay. Coming on over here, working ourselves eastward now into our St. Andrew Bay system. West Bay's been slow, North Bay's been okay, and the big thing now, everybody's talking about the trout tournament. We have a trout right here, big old trout that everybody wants to catch with a tournament. And if I was going to fish a tournament, I'm going to come to this afternoon. I should be down in Washington Landing Marina, and where everybody's coming to register and all, and get to see a lot of y'all down there. So I also want to buy some raffle tickets because I want to win some of that stuff. Now, West Bay Point, let's go ahead and I'm going to start here. West Bay Point has been pretty decent. Been a good, right through here, there's been some nice redfish been spotted. I talked to a guy last night who has seen some really big redfish right through this area, right through here. The mullet are really beginning to show up. A lot of mullet are showing up. It's been really strong. Now, let's work our way down Crooked Island Sound. East Bay, I didn't get a report from East Bay this week, which is unusual. So I'm not going to say anything about it since I don't know much about it. But I know the high tide, we're in high tides this week and the morning tides. It's a good time to fish early, okay? Keep that in mind. Crooked Island Sound, I've seen several good reports coming out of Crooked Island Sound, a combination, flounder, redfish, and trout, all being caught in Crooked Island Sound. So this weekend, there should be some really good fishing in Crooked Island Sound. Mexico Beach, the surf fishing, caught some trout and everything. Of course, everybody's focusing this weekend. A lot of people are going to be down in St. Joe Bay. We're going again tomorrow. We're going to take our granddaughters tomorrow. And I've got some reports now. Some people found some scallops up here in this area right here, which is sort of unusual. They didn't find a lot of them. But keep this in mind. If you're moving around from the weather, if you got a storm over here, you can move over here and scallop. You got a storm here, you can move down here. You can sort of dodge these storms. It's not like one huge storm, so don't take a chance, but you can stay out there and dodge these storms. So Anyway, getting into this area here, we're going to be scalloping. I want to check out, here's backside, I want to check out the closed area, find out exactly where it is. I think it's in this area right in here. A lot of kayakers now going in, and they're really getting a lot of pressure on the scallops. Obviously the population is going down on a daily basis. So if you want to get some scallops, a lot of them, I'd go and suggest, try to get in there before Labor Day, because I'm thinking after Labor Day, there's not going to be many at all, because they're going to get hit hard on Labor Day. But I've gone, had a lot of friends have reported to me, and yesterday I talked to a guy who's a good scalloper. It took him about 2 hours to find them. And once he found them, and this guy's good, once he found them, they got their limit, but it took them 2 hours to find them, which is sort of pretty normal, okay? Now, trout fishing is going to be good. Red fishing, the bars, these oyster bars, excellent time. The shrimps coming through here, excellent time on the oyster bars behind St. Vincent Island. Apalachicola Bay, it's going to be really strong. I'm going to do a special on Apalachicola Bay pretty soon. Gator hunters are out at nighttime, so be careful if you're out there with the boat. Make sure your boat is well lit. Make sure people can see you. I've known a couple of them got tickets and not having that stern light bright enough that everybody can see it. So make sure on the safety issue that you have that all set up. We're about to run out of time. Going to wrap things up. It's been a good week. Going to fish, next week sometime. Got some good trips lined up. Send your picture to us and let us know what's going on, and we'll keep everybody informed. You have a great weekend. Enjoy the great outdoors. Take someone with you and be an ambassador for outdoors. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.